Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and in today's video we'll be talking about Johnny Newton and if the Washington Commanders found Jonathan Allen's replacement in him. We'll be going over his performance in the Bengals game and other games as well, and talking about a possible Jonathan Allen trade. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button. We're super close to 13,500 subscribers, a few away. It's free. It takes 1 second. Just do it. Take a chance on me. Also, make sure you guys check out BetUS. So, the title of the video is: did the Washington Commanders find the Jonathan Allen replacement in Johnny Newton? And the answer is, I don't know yet. He did show some flashes, but at least for me so far, he hasn't shown enough to be like, all right, we can trade Jonathan Allen. But that doesn't mean he won't. This was his second game. He did not play in week 1, played in a limited capacity in week 2, and this past week, showed some stuff. There was stuff that he didn't show, but again, he led the defensive tackle, or actually led the D-line with 4 tackles on 21 snaps. And I will show you guys some clips in a second, but I watched every single snap, and shout out to Mason Kinahan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Mason. One of my guys. He posts so many, all these snaps from these players, a bunch of stats. So make sure you guys check him out there, and his podcast, which you guys can see right there in his description. But yeah, I watched every play, and the one thing I noticed, let's start with the positives. He has great motor. Even if he doesn't make the play, he's initially he sprints and tries to make the tackle. Like, that's the reason he had 4 tackles, is because he hustled. And I'm not saying Jonathan Allen never does that, but you definitely see a difference in between, John Allen's hustle and Johnny Newton's hustle. And it shows with the production too. 4 tackles on 21 snaps, and Allen, I don't know what he had, but he didn't have 4. I know that for sure. And so yeah, I would say he had one really good play in not really good play, a good play in the run game where it was early on, and he is able to stop, I believe it was Chase Brown or Zach Moss for like a 1-yard gain. I'll show you guys here in a second. Let me go to the play. It is right here. You see him right here. I'll play it for you guys. I won't talk because it creates some audio issues, but let's go to it right now. So you see that he's able to kind of block shed a little bit, and is able to make the tackle for a minimal gain. I'll show you guys it one more time. So yeah, like, he did a good job there, beat his man, and was able to make the tackle. That was his best play of the game. And if you watch other clips, again, shout out to Mason, go ahead and watch him. For the most part, he was getting no pressure on the quarterback when he was pass rushing. And in the run game, he wasn't in on a lot of run game plays, so you didn't really get to see his impact there. But on this play, you could see it. And there was a lot of times where, like, all right, Joe Burrow throws it really quickly, and Johnny Newton is hustling right away to make a tackle. Like, he made a tackle, or he helped on a tackle with, on T. Higgins, which is a receiver. Usually you don't see very often, at least, D linemen make tackles on wide receivers. So, unless it's like a screenplay, and it wasn't even a screenplay. So I thought that was pretty impressive. And in general, his hustle was probably the best thing from his game. But I think you could trade John Allen regardless, because he hasn't been producing, and I guarantee you there's some teams that are going to be willing to give up a decent amount to get him. But I would like to see a little bit more from Johnny Newton before you go ahead and trade John Allen. But you drafted him in the 2nd round for a reason, and I think that reason is to eventually replace John Allen, because the 2nd round pick, you want at least a starter there, probably more. And you can't start 3 interior defensive linemen for the most part. You can play them a decent amount. Like, you can play Johnny Newton 45-50% of the time, but you can't start all of them. You really can't. So I think at some point they're going to have to move one of them. And Payne recently got extended. And I know, both Payne and Allen have kind of struggled a little bit in terms of their production so far. And both of them didn't have a great year last year. But I'll give Payne a little bit more of a pass because at least I've seen him in position to make some plays. And I've seen him make some plays in the run game. He should have had a big tackle for loss against, I think it was Chase Brown or Zach Moss. Wasn't completely paying attention to who the back was, but Payne should have made a big loss on the play, like -2, -3, and ended up being like a 8-9 yard gain on the play. So that was a bad play by him, but at least he was in position to make it. Like I haven't seen John Allen really make a play at all. Like maybe some tackles in the run game, but we're paying you to get to the quarterback. And he's not really, he hasn't done that. And I guess neither has Payne, but I have trust in Payne. He's still younger, and I don't know. Even though Allen honestly has done it more than one season, and Payne had one really good season and the rest were a little bit questionable in terms of pass rushing, but he's always been very, very good in the run game. So we'll see. I'm not going to completely give up on Allen and Payne yet, but like I know some people were kind of down on Terry. I wasn't really down on Terry. I'm way more down on John Allen and Daron Payne than I was on Terry McLaurin. But real quick, a word from today's sponsor. And a huge shout out to BetUS. Make sure you guys check them out, betus.com. Use my code YouTube150 and you get 150% deposit match on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. They got, props already for week 4. You got the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants facing off tomorrow. So that's a big game, NFC East matchup. And yeah, you can bet on that already. And of course, the Washington Commanders will be playing the Arizona Cardinals. And you can, bet on that. The over-under is absolutely massive, 50.5. 50.5. The Washington Commanders are 3.5-point underdogs. And I don't know, it's a Cliff Kingsbury revenge game. I could see the Washington Commanders putting up a lot of points and winning this game. So if you think they will, go ahead and bet on that. You can get some good money, plus 155 there on the money line. Make sure you guys check out BetUS, and as usual, bet responsibly. All right, and we're back, and again, a huge shout out to BetUS. So back to the Daron Payne, John Allen conversation for a little bit, then we'll get into an injury update on Austin Ekeler and Jayden Daniels. One offensive player of the week, not rookie of the week, player of the week, but we'll probably win rookie of the week as well. Just in general, John Allen, Daron Payne have underperformed. They need to step up. We're paying them big bucks. Believe they're the highest paid defensive tackle duo in football, and for them to have 0 sacks through 3 games is just pathetic, honestly. And it's not even like, in some situations, okay, they have 0 sacks, but they're, getting a lot of pressure and forcing the quarterback to throw away, big hits, a bunch of tackles in the run game, TFLs, but that's not happening by either of them. Payne, I think, has played a little bit better than Allen. Maybe hasn't made the big plays. Like, definitely is underperforming his contract for sure. But, he's had some okay games. Like, I think the first game or 2 was pretty good by him. But John Allen, he's got to step up. The locker room, pregame speeches, like, let's be done with that. Hand that over to Bobby Wagner or Frankie Louvu or whoever, because, John Allen's not it. And the defense has not been it at all through 3 games. So, honestly, start to give Johnny Newton some more PT. I know they're doing that already because, they're kind of trying to ease him into the situation because, he is coming off an injury, just like they're doing with Brandon Coleman. Made a video about Brandon Coleman. Check that out from yesterday, talking about why I think he's going to be a franchise left tackle for the Washington Commanders. Also, J.C. Horn, maybe the Commanders can go after him. I saw some people say give up John Allen. I don't know what the price is for Horn. Horn, obviously very talented player, but has had a lot of injuries, so makes the price tag a little bit interesting there on a trade. In terms of Ekeler injury news, he was listed out with a concussion in the game. Didn't travel with the team to Arizona because the team flew directly from Cincy to Arizona to Phoenix, Arizona for the game. I believe that, I'm pretty sure they play. Their stadium is in Phoenix. I know some teams, they're called whatever, like the Washington Commanders are called Washington, but they don't actually play in Washington. Same thing with the Giants and the Jets, but pretty sure it's Phoenix. And Yeah, that is a little bit concerning. He had apparently left laceration or whatever on his ear. I don't know completely what's going on. I doubt he plays. Usually concussion, it's kind of iffy if they're going to play the next week. Uh, you know, on a normal week on a Sunday. But this is a Monday and a Monday night, so I think his chances of playing are very slim. He's also older. Not sure how many concussions he's had in his career, but I would just probably sit him playing the Cardinals. It is a big game, but sit him for this week and just have him completely ready for next week. No doubt about it. And because, I don't think they're going to be risky with it, but if you do and, he ends up getting hurt in the Cardinals game, then he's probably out for the year with the concussion. Those concussions, when you don't fully recover from the concussion and then you get hit again and it's a bad one, you're not going to recover very quickly. We've seen that in the past with players to even Jordan Reed. It's not the move to rush guys. I mean, I'm not saying they did that with Reed. They definitely did that with Tua, but it's not the move to rush him back. And also for his own sake and his health, you don't want to do that. So hopefully he's good and he recovers for next week. There's not a 0% chance that he plays this week. I think there's still a chance, but 10-ish%, 15 maybe. And then Jayden Daniels wins Offensive Player of the Week. Shout out to him. He deserved it. I mean, Juwan Jennings also had a good game, but they lost. They usually give it to the winning player or to a winning team, and he had a big, really big game on a national stage. He's going to get it. And it's first of hopefully many from Jayden Daniels. First one by a Commanders player since Adrian Peterson in 2018, and first from a quarterback since 2017, Kirk Cousins, week 3. So there's some stats for you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. If you guys did stay till the end, go ahead and comment down below who's a player we can do. We'll go ahead and say, trying to think of a offensive lineman here. I need you guys to comment down some players that I can do. We'll start circulating again. We'll go Leonard Hankerson. I think I did him before, but go ahead and comment down Leonard Hankerson if you stay till the end. Peace. And check out BetUS. Make sure you guys check out BetUS. Peace.